welcome to the next Amazon Prime Day deals video for July 2025. We're taking a look at tablets and Bluetooth headphones in this one. This time there may or may not be Amazon affiliate links in this video when it goes live. If there are though, I'll be sure to tell you in the description, but you're always welcome to just search for these products on your own. Let me show you what I found. We're going to start off here with the Amazon Fire HD10 tablet. This came out in 2023, so I believe that is the newest model that's been available. Now this is the smallest storage one with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage, but you do have a micro SD card slot. It's a 1920 by 1200 screen. These are really great for like media consumption. You can set up a kid's profile if you have a younger child and you don't want them to have access to everything else. You can also use things like the Fire tools to try and make these a little bit more of a regular Android tablet, but there is some limitations with that. Because you have Fire OS that's still on top of everything, it does restrict your file system quite a bit, so that's something to be aware of. But still, these tablets do work great for a lot of things, including like emulation. Might want to take a look at this deal. They go on sale a couple of times a year, so this is one of those times where the price is going to be reduced, and you can also get the next one up, the 64 gig of storage, and I think that has the 4 gigs of RAM. That's for $79.99 with a lock screen ad. Next tablet here is we're going to go to the Amazon Fire Max 11. This is also the newest model. This one though has the 11-inch screen, and this comes in with the 64 gigs of built-in storage, and you have a micro SD card slot still, so you can increase that for some of your stuff. You have a screen resolution of 1200 by 2000. Now this uses a MediaTek CPU with a Mali G57 MC2 GPU. I think that's the same as the HD10 that we just talked about. So your performance for that is going to be about the same, but you have, a nicer screen size and things like that. You can't get the 128 gig right now because it looks like it's out of stock, but you can pick up the deal for the 64 for $139.99 right now. Moving on from the Amazon tablets, we got one of the Apples. So we got the iPad Air 11-inch. This has the M3 chip. This here is going to have the Wi-Fi 6E, 128 gig of storage, 12 megapixel front and back camera. Now this is the non-cellular model. If you want the cellular version, that's going to run you quite a bit more. So the Wi-Fi one here is going to be $479, and you do get a couple of color options to choose from. So it might be something that you want to check out if you've been wanting to pick up one of the iPads. We've got a couple more Apple iPads here we're going to go into next. So we've got the Apple iPad mini. This is the A17 Pro chip. This here has the 8.3-inch Retina display. This is also the 128 gig version with Wi-Fi 6E. You also get a couple of different color options for the 120 gig storage, coming in at $379 right now. And this has a screen resolution of 2266 by 1488. Now the last Apple iPad I want to show today is the regular 11-inch version. This has the A16 chip, so I think this is the 2025 model. This is a really great price, coming in at $279. There's been some sales on this in a couple of different retailers prior to Prime Day, and it was going for around $299. A lot of times it's usually $350. So this is a great deal for the Wi-Fi version, $279. If you want the cellular, again, you got to go way up. 120 gigs of storage, and you got several of those cool colors to choose from. Definitely cool. I would absolutely pick this up if you've been wanting to get one of the regular iPads. It might be a while before you see that $279 price again. We got a couple of Samsung tablets here that I wanted to go over. This here is the Tab A9 Plus. So this is one of their more budget-friendly options here with 64 gigs of storage. Has a screen resolution of 1920 by 1200. Now it has a Snapdragon 695 5G that's paired with an Adreno 619. So it's a little bit older of an Adreno setup. Should still get you some decent some playability here. You won't be able to play some of the best Android or more modern Android games at like full quality, but it kind of just depends on what you're getting there. But really great for things like emulation still, media consumption, things like that. It's coming in at $132.99 in the graphite, and if they still have it in stock, you can get the silver as well. We got the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. This is a pretty great budget-friendly tablet right now too, because this price here is coming in at $189.99. That's a great Prime Day price. Now this is the 2024 version, 64 gigs of built-in storage, has a micro SD card slot too, comes with that S Pen, and you've got a screen resolution of 2000 by 1200. Now this one uses the Exynos 1280 paired with the Mali G68. That's gonna be similar to like an Adreno 618, Adreno 620 in terms of performance here. So definitely a great price if you've been wanting like one of the Samsung Galaxy Tabs, and the Tab 6 is still a little bit too expensive for you. This is the budget version of that. There's quite a few videos on YouTube about people who have done some pretty excellent things in terms of gaming and emulation on this, so you might want to check those out too. I've got two Lenovo tabs to show you today, and this one here is the Lenovo Tab M11. This is the 11-inch with the MediaTek Helio G88. Now that is going to be paired with the Mali G52 MC2 GPU. GPU. It's not going to be as powerful as like the G57, so it's going to be a step down from that, but it is a budget tablet coming in at $149.99 right now. Has a screen resolution of 1200 by 1920, and you also got a micro SD card slot. Now you only get 4 gigs of RAM. That's kind of unfortunate, but again, it's on the budget side of things, so that still might be okay for what you plan to use it for. Let me show you one more Lenovo tablet here. This is the better of the 2 Lenovo tablets I got today. This is the Lenovo Idea Tab Pro. This has a 12.7-inch screen. It's supposed to be 3K, 8 gigs of memory, 128 gigs of storage, and it looks like it's being paired with a MediaTek Dimensity 8300 and a Mali G615 MC5. That's going to be pretty comparable in graphic performance to like a Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 2 or a little bit below a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. So this is a pretty good deal because you get that pen and you get at least a folio case with it at that $319.99 price. Might be something that you want to definitely look at if you wanted something that was a little bit more mid-range or higher mid-range for you. I just got a couple of headphones here to show you real quick, and these are going to be Bluetooth options. They aren't going to be considered really gaming headphones by any means, but they're good for like media consumption, stuff like that. So we got the Bose QuietComfort Bluetooth headphones. These are active over-the-ear noise canceling. Got up to 24 hours of playtime according to them. I don't know what the real-world data actually shows, but you get a lot of cool colors here you can choose from. They're all at $199, except for green. Looks like if you wanted green, then forget it, you can't get that. But looks like you can get most of the other colors that are still in stock. Might want to check that out. Next one I got here for you is the Sony WH-1000 XM4 wireless premium noise canceling overhead headphones. Now these are a pretty popular headphone to get. They've actually sold quite a bit of these across the landscape in the tech market here. They're actually really nice. I don't have a pair anymore, but they're pretty comfortable in my opinion. I really did like the sound. Seem to fit a good amount of head shapes and sizes here. Coming in at $183, and it looks like you can get them in you can get a couple different colors, but it looks like only the current color here that I've got on screen, which is the blue, that's going for $183. It looks like $10 higher on the other two. Still might be a good deal to take a look at. I got 2 more Sonys to show you. This one here is the Sony Ultwear. These are coming in at $128, so you can be a little bit more on the budget side in terms of Sony. And these are also over-the-ear noise canceling. They promise about 30 hours of battery life and massive bass. So you can get the off-white here, or you can get the black. Now the last Sony I got for you today, that's going to be more of a budget option. These are the Sony WH-CH720N noise canceling. These have built-in Alexa. They're coming in at $78, and you have a couple of colors. You can get black, you can get pink, or you can get white. Might be a really good option if you still wanted some of that higher brand such as Sony, but you didn't want to spend an arm and a leg, so still keeping you under $100 there. Now I've got 2 JBLs here too, and this is going to be the less expensive of the two. This is the JBL Tune 510 BT. They promise about 40 hours of battery here. Now I don't think they have any built-in noise canceling here, but again, that price is pretty low, coming in at $27.95, and you do have a couple of colors you can choose from. You got black, you got the blue, you got the pink, and it looks like you got the off-white. So if you really needed something maybe just to give to the younger ones, or you didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, you needed to get a new pair of Bluetooth headphones, this might be something that you might want to check out. Now the last JBL I got for you here, this one is going to be a little bit more expensive at $49.95. This is the JBL Tune 720 BT wireless over-ear headphones here, where they have the JBL Pure Bass sound in them. I don't think they have any noise canceling, unfortunately, but they're also still under that, just under that $50 mark right now, that Prime Day deal. Might be something that you want to check out if you need some Bluetooth headphones on a budget. And that's going to round out this video here. Be sure to check back as I got more Prime Day video categories to show you from now until July 11th when it all ends. This has been Blue Screen of Tech, and I'll see you in the next one.